Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to apply material finishes to our 608 bearing Creo parametric model. Okay, so we have our model complete, which is in the grey. Only when you have fully completed your model you should now go into the renderer. So the renderer can be found along the top if you come across to the right hand side, and you'll see applications. Click on applications and then your top ribbon will change and you will have a number of different buttons. We are interested in the one on the far right called Render Studio. Okay, if we click on Render Studio, and that will go ahead and open up a different part of the program. Now straight away it's put it into a particular scene. It has an appearance of a default material, has different orientations to save, but in this program I would recommend that you use the perspective view. And this button is very important. This is called the real-time rendering, and that's what's currently ticked on. If I turn this off, it goes back to the grey model that we were working in. I tend to keep it in this one until I want to see the material features. And then here I will talk more about this render, which is the tool we're going to use to create the images. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is set the scene. Now when you click down under the scene's image, you are greeted with a number of different scenes. All of these scenes can be edited. Now what I'm interested in is I want my viewer to concentrate on my model and not the background. So I find some of these scenes are a little bit distracting. So I'm going to choose the default scene and 608 bearing scene, okay, which is the current scene. It's this here, it's the default scene. So I'm going to click on the default scene, double click, and that scene will appear. If I put real time on, it's now in real time. So this is the scene that has been set. I'm going to rotate it around to find the floor. When you bring in a scene, it puts your model onto a surface. Okay, so you can see some reflection. It still has the material that I modeled in, and it has this grey background that is not really helping the view. So I'm going to change that by editing my scene. So my scene is now here with the blue box around it. I'm going to go down to edit scene, and here you have 4 tabs. My advice is not to really play around with these too much. The lighting is pretty good set, but if you wish to experiment, you will see quite dramatic changes by little things that you do. But I am going to go to the background, because at the moment I have a grey background, and that is in the environment. You can bring in different images, okay, of your own, but I'm just going to go to colour, which will set a default white background. I find this really effective because your eyes are only drawn to the model. Okay, so it's put a white background in, so I'm going to close that now. And now I'm going to apply some materials. What I'm going to do is apply a aluminium to the casing, and then a kind of a gold metal to the ball bearings. So I'm going to go down and click on the material editor. Sorry, let's click here. Okay, so what you see here is this is the model. This is the grey material that's currently on my model. These are all of the default model materials that are provided by Creo, and you can edit each one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and come up to this top right one, which is an aluminium, metallic aluminium, and I'm going to double click that. Now what's happened here is a window has come up in the right hand corner. It's asking me to select one or more items from the model. But if you come across here and select your model from the model tree, the entire model is now selected. So I'm now going to go ahead, click on that and press OK. it is now put the aluminium material. Let's just double click that we've done that. Click OK. There we go. Sorry. So you had to double click your material. Make sure you're selecting the whole component and then tick OK. And we have put that aluminium onto everything there. Now you can see I'm in real-time rendering, so it's calculating every time I move this. Now the aluminium is very, very shiny, so we can edit this. So I'm going to go down, and you can see this is the material now in my model. I'm going to right click and go to edit, and here we have glossiness. We can change the textures. But on this occasion, I'm just going to reduce the glossiness a little down. I still want it shiny, but not so shiny. But I am going to make the ball bearings very shiny inside as a different material. Okay, I'm now going to go ahead and I want a different material. This time I'm going to turn off real-time rendering, and I'm going to go into the material library, and I'm going to choose this gold, metallic gold, and I'm going to select that, but this time I'm going to hold the control key down and I'm going to select. Now each ball will be done in 2 halves as it was revolved, so I have to zoom in and select, holding the shift key down, both halves of each bearing. Now you could do all sorts here. You could make one side gold and one side a different colour. I want these all to be my gold bearings inside an aluminium casing. So I've now selected them. They've gone green. I can let go of the control button and just come across and press OK, because the gold was selected. I now have my gold bearings on inside my casing. I now can turn on real-time rendering, and we can start to see the impact or the effect that we are getting there. I'm going to rotate it round to get a view that I want, and then I'm going to put it into perspective mode. If I put that into the middle using the refit button, so I've got a bearing there with some shadow, some reflection, some shadow. Now, the next thing is I want to create a rendering that's going to go into my folder. So I'm going to open the render window. And at the moment, this is a default setting. I'm going to choose, untick real time and choose render settings. I want to show you this because we are in basic setting. We are also in real time. Let's put this over here. We are in real time rendering, so we can see the environment changing as I change this. If I move down to product, you will see settings will change, and these are settings, default settings that are created by Creo. And as I go down, you will get different types of settings. And it's changing the environment as well. So more light will bounce onto this surface and bounce onto our product. So you've got to find out what you really like. So here a lot of light hitting the surface, lots of reflection and refraction, and illumination is happening now. You can go to the next one, which is custom, and you set your own settings and play around with them and change them. I would say that the product creates a very good setting, but here you have 2 settings here: maximum time and maximum samples. Simply put, if you move this up, it will take a lot longer to create your image, but you may have a higher quality image. Now, just for purposes of this video, the default setting is very, very good. Okay, so I'm going to leave that 16. I'm now going to browse the folder that I want to save my renderings in. I'm going to call this bearing 1. Bearing 1. and then I'm going to press save, and then I'm going to press render. It's now doing the calculations, it's working out all the reflections, the shiny illumination off of the surface, and now it's finished. Now it's not going to be this, it's going to be a higher quality picture. So I'm now going to go to my folder where I've saved that. So we go to Creo recordings and some different finishes to the bearings that I've put in here. So there we go. So you can see a final rendering. Play around with the rendering settings, take a few different views, but you can get some really good finishes